Tonight in the news, massive crowd joins Ondo Deputy Governor Designate SSG in thank you rally to Ayedatiwa. Following upward trend in crime rates, Nigerians urge government to check influx of destitutes across states. Supreme Court affirms ex-reps member Farouk Lawan's 5-year sentence for craft. And from the foreign scene, International Court of Justice orders Israel to prevent further genocide in Gaza.
It was a carnival-like atmosphere as top government functionaries, political associates, party faithful and well-wishers joined the new Deputy Governor Designate of Ondo State, Mr. Olayide Adelami, and the newly appointed Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Temitayo Oluwatuyi, on a thank you rally for Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. In a strong display of gratitude and solidarity, the people, in company of hundreds of their supporters, were at the Akure Airport to welcome the governor to the Sunshine State from his official trip to the Federal Capital Territory. The organizers said the event became imperative as a way of showing appreciation to the state headsman for giving them the opportunity to serve the state and the people.
We are coming on board to stabilize his government, and by the grace of God, we have to carry everybody along to ensure that this man means very well for Ondo State. And we give kudos to our late governor for his activities and his vision for Ondo State. I want to believe Mr. Governor will continue in ensuring that we achieve all the ambition or vision of Mr. late governor. Only God can put you in a position that he has predestined for you. Now that he's our governor, all we need to do is to support him and ensure that we have a better Ondo State.
Addressing the crowd, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, who could not hide his joy, appreciated them for the gesture which he promised not to politicize development of the state. The governor, who restated his determination to promote impactful governance at all levels, called for the support and cooperation of residents as he congratulated the new appointees.
Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin wọ́n ní wọ́n kójú wọn pé ọkùnrin gidi ni wọ́n, pé ẹni tó lè ṣe ìjọba, ẹni tó lè bá wa ṣe ìjọba ni wọ́n. Gbogbo ìgbà tí ìkan yìí ń ṣẹlẹ̀, mo wà nílùú Àbújá fún àwọn ètò mìíràn tó lè mú àlàáfíà bá ìpínlẹ̀ wa. Ìgbà tí mo wá sọ fún pé mò ń padà bọ̀ léni o, kí n tẹ̀ wá rí ojú dẹ́bùtì mi tuntun bí akọ̀wé ìjọba tá a máa jọ ṣe ìjọba yìí. Àwọn tí yíyan tí wọn kò bí pé ká mórúkọ lọ sílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin, tá bá ti yàn wọ́n dúró ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Mo wá sọ fún wọn pé mò ń padà bọ̀ lẹ́ni àtàrí ètò Àbújá wọ́n wá ní pé ìjọba tuntun ló dé pé mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ máa bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àwọn fẹ́ wá pàdé mi ní airport náà ṣe pé gbogbo yín mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín pé wọ́n pè yín gbogbo yín dìde láti wá yẹ́ mi sí láti wá kí mi pé káàbọ̀ àlàáfíà máa jọba nípínlẹ̀ wa wọ́n wá kí mi káàbọ̀ ní o tásìkò yẹn bá dé ẹ̀yin náà máa rí àmì ẹ máa rí pé òṣèlú ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
He tasked them on the need to raise the bar of good governance towards promoting the economic prosperity of the state and the people.
I want to especially congratulate the Deputy Governor once again for his assumption of this position as the Deputy Governor of Ondo State. Congratulations. The Secretary of the State Government, Mr. Alati, for welcoming me back right from the airport to the Presidential Lodge. We will serve our people in a measure of grace that God has given to all of us to serve. I'm particularly delighted that your choices as Deputy Governor and the Secretary of the State Government, because your announcement was greeted with so much joy by the people of Ondo State.
Governor Aiyedatiwa said the move by the appointees to express appreciation through the rally speaks volume about their dedication to serving the people and fostering unity within the state. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News. This convergence of students and youths at the Ondo State Governor's Office in Akure is to declare support for the present administration being led by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa.
This is the way I wanted to be. We love your mission.
As the Aiyedatiwa Youth and Student Support Group, the people are made up of past and present National Students Union leaders from across the state and local government areas. Leader of the group, Vincent Olibamoye, said the group is interested in ensuring that the impactful governance being enjoyed by people of the state is sustained.
We are showing us our 100% support. We are with you. We are going to mobilize from the local government to the state level. All the youth, all the entire youth of Ondo State are with you. Mr. Governor, we are telling you that we are with you. You have our support.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa expressed gratitude for their support, saying he will follow the footprint of his late predecessor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, towards prioritizing students and youths.
You have been given this support to this government right from inception. What we have witnessed that brought me on board as governor of Ondo State is a transition within an administration. As a result of the demise of our leader, the late governor of Ondo State, Arákùnrin Olúwarótìmí Ọdúnayọ̀ Akérédolú, SANCON. You all can recall the kind of love and compassion he also has for students and youth. The same love and compassion I'm also going to show to you.
The governor said his administration will step up efforts towards resolving challenges of payment of bursaries and allowances to indigenous students.
I know your yearnings and aspirations in terms of your bursary, other allowances that are due for students. I know the shuttle buses are running for pupils in both the private and secondary schools.
Ayedatiwa encouraged the group to mobilize and partake in the final rite for the late Akeredolu build for next month. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Iskilo, báwo la ti fẹ́ sanwó mi? Farabalẹ̀. 1,000. We go wash plate tire o. Farabalẹ̀ now.
Madam, èló lówó wa?
Brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Oh yeah.
Bring your phone.
Ha! 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you turn to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Na wa go tell.
Waste Management Authority, Adefola Omowole, said there would be restriction of human and vehicular movements between 7 and 10 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Omowole, who urged residents of the state to use the period to clean their surroundings, said any violator would face the full wrath of the law. He assured residents of the commitment of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa's administration towards regaining the lost glory of the cleanest state in Nigeria. The upward
among the major crises Nigerians are battling with is not far from the negligence Among the major crises Nigerians are battling with is not far from the negligence of the authority to street hawkers and destitutes who derived pleasure in roaming the streets for survival. These are children who should have been under the care of their parents, preparing them for the future, probably being in the classrooms or engaging in life-changing skills. But here they are, bearing the burden of what to eat, how to remain safe, and survive yet another day. What exactly is the problem?
It is high time that the government of the day do something about it. If they can, develop a center for them, whereby they keep them and they make provision for them, it will definitely reduce the rate at which they are increasing. So it's becoming something that, particularly in the state capital, I see it as an eyesore.
Some attributed the onward growth of crime and criminality to the neglect of teaming youths in the streets, thereby become so easy for criminals and decent groups to recruit.
I just feel like there's no positive impact actually in the environment. For example, some of their kids, they will have to follow you around until you give them something. Some of them has food that I was eating before, and just took them and they were running. I couldn't pursue them. I just feel like they're causing more nuisance than in the environment. My have case of beef or even constitute nuisance and kind of roadblocks, making it easy for vehicles to regular movement and all of that.
They suggested some way out to address the situation, saying if not checked, it will mar the future of the nation.
Even some people, they will pretend as mad people. They are not mad. Some of them, they have missions. So the government, at least security people, should be on guard, and if you can interrogate some of them, you can send some of them back to their place.
Found out that even most of them are not even from this side of the country. Some of them are from the northern part of the country. And if you look at the rate at which the number is increasing, particularly around Old Garage in Akure, is something else.
However, Ondo State government periodically raids the destitute in the state capital for rehabilitation as citizens call for more actions. Going forward, there is an urgent need for government to make provision that will serve as social security and to reduce the menace of destitution among our population. Omoriola Humbeji, Osrc News.
Sentenced Lawan to 7 years imprisonment for receiving a $500,000 bribe while serving as the chairman of the House ad hoc committee investigating the fuel subsidy fraud in 2012. Retired Judge Angela Otalupa held that Lawan demanded $3 million and received $500,000 from Ofemi Otedola in 2012 to remove Otedola's oil company, Zenon Oil and Gas, from the list of firms indicted for fraud in the fuel subsidy regime. Not satisfied, Lawan approached the appellate court where his jail term was reduced from 7 to 5 years. Reading the late judgments, Justice Tijani Abubakar upheld the decision of the appeal court and dismissed the appeal. A year on the run. In a statement, Lagos Police spokesperson Benjamin Udain said the 34-year-old was arrested by officers of Ayobo Division. According to Udain, the suspects in January last year championed attacks on motorists and police under the guise of Yoruba Nation agitation, where at least one person died and 2 policemen sustained injuries. The spokesperson said an investigation is ongoing following the arrest. The pro-Yoruba separatist group and the police pointed accusing fingers at each other over who provoked the clash in Ojota, Lagos. Troops have destroyed an improvised explosive device IED factory in Okigwe, local government area of Imo, in an operation jointly carried out by the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police and Civil Defense Corps. Deputy Director, 82 Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Onapalu, said the troops destroyed the hideout of the terrorists despite encountering several IEDs. According to the spokesman, several camps of the indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network members along Umololo, Umekele, Amoso and Agbobu in Imo were destroyed. Onapalu said the troops also condoned of and searched several buildings used by the terrorists where they discovered signs of occultism and cannibalism. And 2 police inspectors have been killed by gunmen suspected to be terrorists who dressed in a job at the checkpoint in Gobin Magaya village along Jibia Batsari Road in Katsina State. Reports say after killing the police joint border patrol inspectors carted away their rifles, leaving behind their operational vehicle and tear gas at the checkpoint. The village head of Gabin Magaya said the gunmen suspected to be bandits on dogs were mistaken for travelers with the way they dressed. He added that corpses of the officers have been evacuated to task the General Hospital's mortuary. In the meantime, troops of the 6th Brigade of the Nigerian Army deployed to Karim Lamido local government area of Taraba have neutralized 3 notorious bandits. The brigade's public relations officer, Lieutenant Olabodunde Oni, said in Jalingo that the successful mission also resulted in the recovery of 2 AK-47 rifles, a motorcycle used by the criminals, and a cartridge of 40 rounds of special ammunition. The public relations officer explains that the operation took place in Chibi, where the troops acting on actionable intelligence conducted a precision strike against the criminals. Commander 6th Brigade, Brigadier General Kingsley Owa, commended the troops for showing bravery and efficiency in executing the operation. Oni also said the brigade commander emphasized the military's determination to rid the state of criminals and ensure the safety and well-being of local population. And now to the foreign scene. The International Court of Justice has ordered Israel to take steps to prevent acts of genocide in Gaza, but stopped short of ordering a ceasefire.
In battered, hard-to-reach North Gaza, rare aid deliveries are mobbed by hungry Palestinians. Aid workers report seeing people thin and visibly starving with sunken eyes. Hungry, where 2.3 million people live under Israeli bombardment. To warn, the pockets of Gaza face famine. Areas near the Egyptian border get limited supplies of imported food, but not the north, says World Health Organization Emergency Coordinator Sean Casey.
The food situation in the north is absolutely horrific. There's almost no food available, and everybody we talk to begs for food and comes to us and asks, where's the food?
Medics in Gaza hospitals describe babies born sick to malnourished mothers, infants losing weight, mothers unable to produce breast milk, and injured patients too weak from hunger to fight off infection. Jabal Al-Shah is a pediatrics doctor at Al-Najjar Hospital in Rafah.
A month and a half ago, this baby's weight was 7.5 kilos. In a month and a half, he lost nearly 2 kilos. His weight is now 5.5 kilos. The mother and the baby suffer from malnutrition. No milk is available, which all impacts the growth of the baby. He lost 2 kilos. This is bad. It impacts his immunity. He constantly has inflammation in the chest and gastroenteritis.
Scenes of chaos and gunfire during an aid distribution in Gaza City in this video.
Now the occupation forces are opening fire on citizens as they receive humanitarian aid in the north of the Gaza Strip, in Al Zaytun neighborhood. This is the sound of gunfire. These are the scenes.
At the start of the war, after a Hamas assault that killed more than 1,200 people, Israel announced it was cutting off all supplies to Gaza. It has since let in humanitarian aid, but far less is entering the enclave now than before. Palestinians interviewed said they often went days without eating or could only eat once a day. What food is commercially available is often unaffordable. In Khan Yunis, Palestinian mother Hannah Nafal is displaced like most Gazans. She opens a single can of beans for her 5 children.
It has been nearly 100 days while eating this canned food. The children are suffering a lot and getting sick. The situation is really bad for them. They have a lot of diseases. We could not even bring medications for them. It is difficult to bring medications. What can I tell you? There are no supplies to buy. We are all depending on canned food, and the canned food is really bad.
No comprehensive data on hunger is available for Gaza, with aid agencies struggling to move and communicate amid the fighting. UNICEF projects that in the coming weeks, more than 10,000 children in Gaza risk wasting, one of the most serious results of malnutrition, which can stunt physical growth and brain development. Ether Stobag of Action Against Hunger says children are at highest risk of dying.
Severe acute malnutrition that you've mentioned before is the deadliest form of hunger, and it's the biggest threat right now in Gaza.
Aid agencies say Israeli checks hampering aid deliveries into Gaza, and the military prevents distribution outside the southern area around Rafah. Israeli government spokesman Eon Levy has denied such limitations and put any problems down to United Nations distribution capacity. Akintunde Akinshimola for Osrc News. An often dramatic group stage of the Africa Cup of Nations is now over. That means 8 teams are heading home, among them some of the highest ranked of the tournament. Algeria, for example, 30th in FIFA's global ranking, finished bottom in D, which was won by 107th ranked Angola. Algeria were unceremoniously dumped out from the competition after a 1-0 defeat to Mauritania, 105th in the world rankings. That was just one of a series of giant-killing performances at this year's AFCON, resulting in the likes of Ghana and Tunisia also heading home. Algeria and Tunisia's coaches stepped down, but Ghana fired their coach. Qualification for the last 16 has gone to the top teams from each group and 4 best third-place teams. For Namibia, that's meant joy as they qualify for the knockout stage for the first time ever. For host Cote d'Ivoire, it relieved the AFCON host avoiding an embarrassing early exit thanks to Morocco's 1-0 victory over Zambia. Nevertheless, the coach has been fired after the Ivorians succumbed 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea, the worst ever inflicted on an AFCON host. They've also got a tough task ahead as the Ivorians will play current champion Senegal, who have won a match of their tournament so far for a place in the quarterfinals against either Burkina Faso or Mali. The round of 16 matches begin on Saturday when Angola take on Namibia and Super Eagles of Nigeria play Cameroon. Sunday's matches are Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea and Egypt against Democratic Republic of Congo, Cape Verde against Mauritania on Monday, and the World Cup semi-finalists Morocco clash with South Africa on Tuesday. Akintunde Akinshimola for Osrc News.
And Secretary to the State Government